For years, my mom told me she was sick. It started small. She said she had the flu, then migraines, then something called chronic fatigue. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? She was my mom. I stopped asking her to go on trips or come to family events. She always said she was too tired, too dizzy. Some days she said she couldn't even get out of bed. I felt sorry for her. I offered help. I offered to take her to doctors, but she always said no. "Don't worry, sweetheart. I'm managing," she'd say every time. Over time, things got worse. Or so she said. I'd call her, and she'd answer, in a weak voice. "I haven't eaten much today," she'd tell me. "Just toast and tea." I told her to let me come over, to cook, to clean, to sit with her. But she always said no. "I'm not good company like this," she'd say. "You have your life. I don't want to slow you down." So I backed off. I started visiting less. I thought I was respecting her space. Now I realize I was giving her space to lie to me. Even my boyfriend Jason was worried. He'd say, "Something's off, babe. You sure she's sick?" I got angry when he asked, "What are you saying? That she's lying?" I snapped. I didn't want to believe it. It felt cruel to even consider. But the thought stayed in the back of my mind. Sometimes she'd say she was too sick to get out of bed, but I'd hear music in the background when I called. Once, she said she hadn't eaten in days, but I saw a takeout bag on her counter. Still, I pushed those things away. Then something strange happened. I met an old family friend, Lisa, at a coffee shop. We were catching up when she said something casual that made my stomach drop. "Your mom was so funny at the party last weekend. Girl can still dance, huh?" I laughed nervously. "Wait, what party?" I asked. Lisa looked confused. "Didn't she tell you? It was her friend Dana's birthday." I shook my head. "No, she said she was sick." Lisa looked awkward. "Oh, well, she looked great to me." That's when I knew something was very wrong. I went home and sat on my bed for hours. My mind kept racing. She said she was too sick to come to my graduation, too sick to come to my engagement dinner. And now she's out dancing at a party? How long had she been lying to me? Why would she do that? It wasn't just one lie. It was years. I thought about every missed call, every canceled plan, every time I cried because I thought I was losing her. And the whole time, she was fine, or at least fine enough to dance. I didn't confront her right away. I needed to be sure. Lisa gave me the name of the party venue. It was a small community hall on the edge of town. I checked their social media. There it was. A photo from the night of the party. My mom, in a bright blue dress, big smile, arms in the air, dancing, laughing. She didn't look sick at all. In fact, she looked healthier than I'd seen her in years. My hands were shaking. I didn't know whether to scream or cry. I felt so stupid. I decided to confront her in person, but I didn't tell her I was coming. I wanted to see how she acted when she wasn't prepared. When I arrived, she was on the couch with a blanket over her legs, sipping tea. "I've been feeling awful today," she said, like always. I sat down across from her and nodded. "That's weird," I said. "You looked pretty good in the pictures from Dana's party." She froze. I saw it on her face, the fear, the guilt. Then she tried to smile. "You saw those?" I didn't say anything. I just stared at her. "I can explain," she said. "It's not what you think." But it was. It was exactly what I thought. "You told me you couldn't walk some days," I said. "You said your bones hurt. You missed my entire college graduation." Her face fell. "I know," she whispered. I didn't know how to stop once I started. It just got out of hand. I asked her why. I needed to hear it from her. Because you were growing up, she said. And I felt left behind. She told me everything. It started small. A little lie to get me to come over more. Then another, to make me stay longer. When I got busy with work, she said she was dizzy. When I moved in with Jason, she said she couldn't cook anymore. I just wanted to be needed, she said. I didn't mean to hurt you. But she had. I missed years of happiness thinking my mom was dying. I canceled trips. I cried myself to sleep. I worried endlessly. All because she wanted attention. It was hard to hear. For a while, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't just forgive her. But I couldn't cut her off either. She was still my mom. But she had betrayed my trust so deeply. I started thinking about what real sickness looks like, and how she had faked it for sympathy. It made me sick to my stomach. Some people are truly ill and don't get support. Meanwhile, she took mine for granted. It wasn't just about the party. It was about everything she let me believe. She had stolen time from me. I took space. I stopped calling her every day. I needed to rebuild myself, to feel normal again. I started journaling, going on walks, and talking to a therapist. For the first time in a long time, I focused on myself. Jason was patient. He didn't say, "I told you so." He just listened. "You're not crazy," he said. "You were just too kind." That hit hard. I always thought kindness was my strength. But I realized, kindness without boundaries can break you. I had been kind to someone who used it as a tool to manipulate me. Weeks passed. Mom texted sometimes, but I didn't always respond. When I finally agreed to meet again, I told her clearly. Things couldn't go back to the way they were. "You have to earn my trust again," I said. She nodded, eyes wet. "I will, I promise." I didn't believe her right away. Trust isn't about promises. It's about actions. She said she'd go to therapy. I told her that was a start. But I needed time. I still loved her. That hadn't changed. But now, I loved her with my eyes open. Something strange happened after that. I started to feel lighter, like a weight had lifted. I no longer had to worry every second. No more guilt about not visiting. No more fake emergencies. For the first time in years, my life felt like it was mine again. It was freeing. I had spent so long being afraid of losing her, I didn't realize I had already lost parts of myself. Now, I was taking those parts back. And slowly, I was becoming me again, not just the daughter of a sick mom. I've learned that lies, even small ones, build up like bricks. Eventually, they form a wall between people. My mom had built a wall between us, one story at a time, and I had stood on the outside, trying to help someone who didn't want to be honest. But walls can be torn down, bit by bit. It's not easy. It's messy. But it's possible, if both people are willing to do the work. I still don't know if we'll ever be the same. But I know I'm not stuck in that lie anymore. If someone told me a year ago that my mom was lying, I would have been angry. I would have defended her. But now I understand. Love makes you blind sometimes, especially when it comes from the people who raised you. But love doesn't mean accepting pain without question. Love doesn't mean ignoring red flags. I still love her, but I also love myself. And that means being honest, even when it's hard. It means not letting guilt trap you in someone else's story. I was ready to let go, and that saved me. This story isn't just about my mom. It's about waking up to reality. It's about understanding that not every lie comes from hate Some come from fear or loneliness. But a lie is still a lie, and no one deserves to live under one. I caught my mom dancing at a party, and in that moment I saw the truth. She wasn't sick, just scared of being forgotten. And while I can't change the past, I can protect my future. From now on, I listen closely, ask more questions, and most of all, trust myself first.